Hi guys, welcome back. Do you know one thing? People can guess your personality within the first 20 seconds of your speech. So, making first impression is very much important. But how could you make your first impression? Wherever we go, we start our conversation with our introduction. Hence, you can make your first good impression with your self introduction. Without any delay, let's get started. Self introduction. But you could have known this in a different way. Tell me about yourself. Suppose I ask you, tell me something about yourself. Is this question really scarier? I could hear you, but don't worry, after watching this video, you don't feel so. So, self introduction that's given in different context. So, knowing your context is also equally important. For example, you may give your introduction in the first day of your new school, or you can give your introduction in the first day of your college, and in many informal ways. For example, you can introduce yourself with your neighbors or your classmates, roommates, and etc. Today, I'm going to explain you how you could give your formal self introduction. The first one is greetings. In greetings, you can greet them with good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. But here, you can also add sir or madam. For example, good morning, sir, or good morning, madam. But this is not the case in all the industries. For example, if you take IT industry, you should not use sir or madam. You have to call them with your first name. For example, my name is Deepika Tamilarasan, but you can say my first name. Good morning, Deepika, or good afternoon, Deepika. Then the second one is expression of your gratitude. Definitely, whenever you get any opportunity, you have to thank them. So this line is also important. Thanks for the opportunity, or I would like to thank you for the opportunity. If you're a beginner, you can simply say thanks for the opportunity. It's so precise and simple. If you want to extend, you can go by this. I would like to thank you for the opportunity. Even you can extend further. I would like to thank you for the opportunity to tell about myself. And the third one is your name. I am Deepika. Here actually I am Deepika. I have contracted this as I'm. I am is contracted as I'm. I'm Deepika. Or my name is Deepika. But here you should not use myself. This is completely wrong. So you can go by either I'm Deepika or my name is Deepika. And the next one is your location. So for location also, if you're a beginner, you can use the first two phrases. I am from or I come from. But I'm coming from is absolutely wrong. Okay. Then the next one is I am a native of. Here you have to mention your native place. For example, if your native place is India, but after that you have moved to London or any other places, you can mention like I am a native of India, but currently I am in London. Or I was born and raised in India, currently I am in London. Even further, you can also mention how long are you there. I have been living there for 5 years or 4 years. Here, the place. I have been living in London for 5 years or 2 years. That you can mention. The first four points are common for everyone, but from the fifth point, it differs. The first one is education. Education also differs. For example, I write my education. I have an MA in. Here you have to mention your specialization. I have an MA in English Literature and Communicative Studies. Here you can mention if you have B or ME, I have an B, I have a B or I have an ME in your specialization that you can mention there. Then I have done a course in. So as a part of your study, sometimes we also do some courses. So I have done a course in French. If you're attending an interview, then you can mention your education like this. But you are giving your introduction in the first day of your college, then you can mention where you did your schooling. So this phrase can be used. I did my I did my schooling at. Here you have to mention your school name. In. Here you have to mention the place of your school. So I did my schooling at ABC Higher Secondary School in your place. And the next one is experience. I worked for or at. Here you have to mention your company name. But you should not use I have worked in some company. So this is wrong. I worked for ABC company or any company name. I worked at your company name, but you should not use in here to mention your company. But you can go by in when you're mentioning your department. For example, I was in sales, or I was in marketing, I was in teaching. So to talk about your department, you can use in. Otherwise, you should say for or at your company name. Then, I am skilled in. You can also tell it in a different way. I am skilled in teaching. I am skilled in sales. Like you can tell. Then, I received. Here, actually, you can mention your achievements. Your achievements in your workplace. I received the Employer of the Year award last year. Suppose you have received any award last year, you can mention this. If you are giving an interview in your college, then you can mention any scholarship that you have got while doing your schooling, or you have received any award, state level awards, then you can mention that here. Next one is interest. Interest is nothing but your hobbies. But don't use my hobby is or my hobbies are. It's very neutral and emotionless. Instead, you can use this type of words. I enjoy, love, or like. So it's a little different. While explaining your hobbies, just have a little smile on your face and use this type of words. I enjoy playing with my friends. Or I'm really into means you're interested into something, but you can skip the word interested and you can simply say I'm really into cooking, I'm really into driving, and etc. Or I'm a big fan of, that means you're a big fan of doing something. I'm a big fan of driving, or I'm a big fan of cooking. You can also talk about your family, your short-term goals, long-term goals, strength and weakness, and etc. But we can have it in a different session. That's it with our lesson today. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon as well. Stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Until then, bye.